I'm going to try to give a rundown of everything you need to know in the Crucible. Everything! Okay, maybe not everything. I can't really cover all of that in 10 minutes, but I'll try to cover as much as I can. The important general ideas, and then if people like it, I'll make another one and go from there. So the first thing, at the start of the match, you have your primary weapon with a bunch of ammo. You have your special weapon with kind of a small amount of ammo, and then you have your heavy weapon, which is empty. There's no ammo. When you spawn, when you come back from death, your primary ammo is replenished, your special ammo is lowered, and your heavy ammo is lost completely. Keep in mind that if you have a high enough value of any amount of ammo, you will drop that ammo for your killer. It tends to drop about the equivalent of half or less of what you were carrying. This means that if you have heavy ammo, it is always better to spend it, even if you know you won't get a kill, or even if it means killing yourself. Because the other thing to realize is that you only drop ammo for your killer, and only if your killer is alive when you die. So if you die as your killer dies, it's fine, it's a net zero, they don't get shit. But if you die, and then they die, they'll still get it. It'll still be on the ground for them, unless they picked it up and then they died. But I'm getting ahead of myself. What's the point of heavy ammo? Why are we worrying so much about heavy ammo? Well, because heavy weapons are the strongest weapons in the game on average. Yeah, there are some heavy weapons out there that are less effective than special, or even some primary weapons. Fuck, Smithoclast. But the majority of heavy weapons are simply better. Heavy weapons hit harder and with less effort than special weapons. Essentially, a heavy machine gun is like a better version of an auto rifle. It's close to a primary weapon in that you're essentially doing the same thing with a heavy machine gun that you would be with a primary weapon. You're sticking to about mid-range and you're aiming at the head most of the time. The difference is that everything dies faster. A rocket launcher, on the other hand, handles more like a special weapon. You have one or two, sometimes three, typically slow-firing, let's call it ammunition, in your magazine. And in this case, the rocket that fires out travels slower than a fusion rifle's bolt does. However, a rocket will explode on the first solid object it strikes. This includes friendly guardians, by the way, and kill any enemy, or you, caught in its kill zone. You can actually get multiple kills with just one pull of the trigger. So, great, but if you start with 0 ammo, how do you get more? Heavy ammo synthesis? No. Ammo synthesizers are disabled during PvP. There's only two ways to get heavy ammo. Kill a player who has heavy ammo, and then pick up the ammo they drop, or grab heavy ammo from the heavy ammo crates that spawn on the map. Lord Shaxx always announces when the crates will spawn, and they always spawn in the same locations. So you have a few seconds to try to get into position. Some maps have 2 heavy ammo locations, and some have 3. Any ammo crate, this includes the special ammo, but more importantly the heavy ammo crates, will drop an ammo pickup for the person that opens it, obviously, as well as the player's nearby teammates. The problem is that it's not clear how close you actually have to be that nearby teammate. From what I could tell, the crate will try to drop ammo for at least 2 people, the person that opens it and the next closest person, unless that person is too far away. Too far away in this case is something like maybe 50 feet. As long as you're closer than that, you'll probably get the heavy ammo. Probably. But if there's 3 people trying to get the heavy ammo, oh god, now it gets complicated for whatever reason. Apparently you have to be really close to make sure that you get this ammo, so that if there's 4 or even 5 or all 6 of your team is at this heavy ammo crate, you basically have to be literally standing on top of the goddamn ammo crate just to make sure you get it. Great, so you got heavy ammo from the crate. That means now your heavy weapon is automatically reloaded to full, and you probably have some ammo left over. Which is great, because usually when you pick up the heavy ammo, there's somebody else trying to get it at the same time. So if you pull out your heavy weapon as you pick up the ammo, then you will just immediately be ready to shoot it as soon as you open the crate. That's tends to be a tactic to use when you're grabbing the heavy ammo to make sure that you have the advantage to the guy who is trying to get the drop on you and steal the heavy ammo from you. Keep in mind, this only works from heavy ammo that you picked up from the crate. If you pick it up from the ground elsewhere that didn't drop from the crate, that dropped from somebody that you killed, it doesn't reload your weapon. It just gives you reserve ammo, which means that you'll have to pull out your heavy weapon and reload it before you get to actually use that ammo. Speaking of heavy ammo that you can pick up, do not feel compelled to pick it up. Now I say this because heavy ammo that's on the ground stays there until the end of the match. The only thing that might make it go away is technically they do respond to physics, so explosions of any kind will knock it around. But for the most part, they stay still, and they will again, remain there until the end of the match. But if you pick it up, then it is able to be lost. Now, granted, if there's nobody around you, if everybody else is dead, then fine, go pick it up, reload your heavy weapon in peace, and use that heavy ammo to do whatever it is you're going to do. But if you have a super, or for some reason you're not going to use that heavy ammo immediately, don't feel compelled to pick it up. Just make sure you know where it is, and then come back to that location later in the game when you're more free to do so. So I've been talking this whole time about heavy ammo, but I haven't told you how to actually beat somebody with heavy ammo when you do not have it, because obviously, most of the time, if you have heavy ammo, the opponent probably also has heavy ammo, and one of you will win, and one of you will lose, or both. You both die and lose the heavy ammo, no problem. But if somebody gets the heavy ammo and you don't manage to get it, that's when things become a problem for you, because generally the only way to kill somebody with heavy ammo is hopefully they kill themselves with a rocket launcher, or you kill them with a super or a special weapon. The reason you use a special weapon is because the special weapon is able to take out somebody in one hit instantly, or almost instantly in the case of a fusion rifle. Don't use a primary weapon to try to take out somebody who has heavy ammo unless they're already at low health, in which case you're not really in a one-on-one scenario. You've been using the help of a teammate who's probably by now dead. But I digress. The point is, if somebody has heavy weapons, your best bet is your super, obviously. If you don't have super, you can use your special weapon. If you are so unlucky as to not have any super energy or any special ammo available to you, and you don't have any teammates around that can help you, the only thing that you may be able to do is use your grenade or your melee ability. If you get into melee range with somebody with the heavy weapons, they are just as awkwardly unable to deal with the situation as any other primary weapon. Except, they might still spitefully fire a rocket at their feet to kill both of you at the same time. So now that I'm finally done talking about heavy weapons, let's go back a little bit and talk more about supers, since I just kind of barely glossed over that. So super energy. Super energy generates throughout the game as long as you're alive. If you're dead, super energy does not generate. It stays wherever it was when you died. So now that you know how not to generate super energy, there are 3 ways to generate super energy. First way, stand around, do nothing. Have intellect. Your intellect will reduce the cooldown of your super energy. Other than that, you can get points. Points will get you super energy far quicker than waiting around will. The quickest way and least available way is to pick up orbs of light. Orbs of light are generated from teammates who have used their supers successfully to kill other guardians. If you pick up these orbs of light, they will give you a huge chunk of super energy, and probably, if you have enough of them, something like 6, orbs of light will fill your super energy completely. And then you get to use your super energy and kill people with it and generate orbs of light for your teammates. For all of your teammates, regardless of where they are. It's not the same as heavy ammo where you have to be next to somebody. But it's also not the same as heavy ammo in that orbs of light can be lost when you die. And when you are dead, teammates do not generate orbs of light for you if they kill successfully with their super. So be alive and don't die before you pick up the orbs of light. In fact, you may actually consider running out into danger to grab orbs of light, or falling back and avoiding engagement until you are sure that you can pick up those orbs of light without dying before you get to them. Because super energy is actually very valuable. You may not know this about the Crucible. Super energy is great because any kill you get with your super adds another 25 points on top of that kill, as opposed to the 10 points you might normally get from a heavy weapon, or from a melee kill, or from a grenade kill, or a headshot. Point is, you get more points per kill with your super, which means you want to kill as many people with your super as you can, and you can only get your super so many times in a match, so the more you get your super, the more you can get kills, the more you can get super energy for your teammates, the more they can get supers, kills, get more points, give you orbs, get you another super. You see how this kind of has the potential to escalate into the spiral of you winning the game? This does not happen for Defender Titans or Sunsinger Warlocks because they do not directly kill with their supers. They use their supers to buff themselves, their teammates, or both. They will still generate orbs of light as soon as they activate their supers, but it's not from killing. And they will not get the plus 25 points that you get for killing, but they will get, depending on what they have their super set to, bonus points for what's called support, but they actually have to have their super set such that their teammates benefit from their super in some way. Essentially, was your super affecting your teammate in some way when they got their kill? Then you get points. Even though you didn't hit them at all, which means you wouldn't get an assist, you do get those support points. If you also hit them, you get the assist as well. Lastly, your super energy will not drop when you die. It will stay where it is, which means if it's full, you will have it until you use it, or until the game is over. So don't feel compelled to use it like you would with heavy ammo. It's sort of like the inversion of heavy ammo, if you like. I'm almost out of time. This video is going way too long as it is for only covering 2 topics, so I'll try to summarize. Heavy weapons, when they get announced, go and get them. Secure the locations that they're at. If you can't get both, and usually you can't, just secure one and make sure that there isn't somebody trying to sneak in to kill you and your teammates. Super energy. If you can, use your super around teammates. If you have someone on your team using your super, let them go forward, get the kills, get you the orbs, use those orbs to then use your super and kill more enemies and get more points, yada yada yada. Okay, so I'm probably going to have to make more videos than this because, again, like I said, this was only 2 basic topics. I haven't even covered special weapons or grenades or meleeing or even the classes themselves. So if you like this video, leave me a comment. You know, let me know some things that you'd like me to cover. Let me know things that you think I did wrong or things that I got wrong. I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to get more definitive information. If you have any, let me know. Thanks for watching. I hope you do well. And remember, time inflicts all wounds. Wait.